Use the referral link in the description to g2a.com for all of your Xbox codes, PlayStation codes and video games, and be sure to use the code CHES at checkout to get yourself 3% cash back. Hey guys, welcome to episode number 2 of the Tottenham career mode here on FIFA 19. Thank you for all of your feedback on yesterday's video and for all of the support on the channel as well. Of course, episode 1 of The Journey went live this morning as well if you missed it. So do make sure you check the channel page for that, or previously episode 1 of this series if you missed the opening start to this particular journey here with Tottenham. But I asked you guys for suggestions with regards to transfers and you gave me quite a few, so thank you for that. Just over 1,000 comments. The main gist of it was we're thinking rotation goalkeeper, backup striker, first team full strength right-sided midfielder. So at present, I have Jack Butland as the only name on my shortlist with regards to backup goalkeeper, because we're kind of hoping that the youth scout will pick up a goalkeeper that I can then just train indefinitely and grow him to a decent size. That would save us some money, meaning for the wide role, we could perhaps spend a little bit more. I've got Florian Thauvin on the list, 84 rated, had a very good season. Well, to be fair, it's been in great form for Marseille for a couple of years now. Still only 25, plenty of potential to grow. Actually, more of a front-running candidate than I initially thought he would be. Douglas Costa from Juventus has a big upgrade this year to 86 rated in game, and of course is in the media, and controversially so at present, because he spat in the mouth of an opponent recently, which was disgusting, but maybe that might be a reason that would see him forced away from Juventus, meaning we could perhaps try and bring him to Tottenham. Jack Grealish was a player heavily linked with Tottenham in the transfer window in real life. I'm not sure whether he's going to be good enough for me to go for, but perhaps as a backup player in general, I could contemplate signing Jack Grealish. He is being scouted. Wilf Zaha, he's by default a centre forward this year, and I could use him mainly as a backup striker, but he could be used as a backup winger as well, because previously that is where he's been utilised in his career. I'm actually quite keen on bringing Wilfried Zaha to Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, so I might genuinely go ahead and try and make that my first signing as soon as I find out what his actual valuation is. Oh, okay, his actual valuation is 25 million. I can find out his valuation and his wages before even having scouted him. That's an additional change for career mode on FIFA 19. A nice change as well. They've done a few little... There's no major upgrades for career mode, but there are a few little tweaks that really are going to make a substantial difference when it comes to just the ease and the quickness of progression you can get done with career mode. Gareth Bale, obviously, is going to be on the shortlist, trying to potentially bring him back to White Hart Lane. £53 million is his valuation, which actually isn't that high, but 310 grand a week is a lot of money. So it's an option, but an expensive one. A cheaper option, although I am preferably looking for a first team starter, is David Neres. 5-star skills this year from Ajax. Growing well, IRL. Herving Lozano is another option. Kind of, they're like go-to potential options, but I think I'd rather sign someone that's already higher rated than Lucas Moura. And it's Moura, not Maura, as I pronounced him yesterday. Thank you for your feedback in the comment section with that as well. Memphis Depay is also on the shortlist. He's at 83 to start off with. He's really coming into his own over in France with Lyon. And he too, same as Wilfried Zaha, could play up top or out wide. So if I can't get Wilf, I'll go for Memphis Depay. Wissam Ben Yedder is a great option. He too can play out wide as well as up top. And another option that is genuinely right up there. And Martial is a strange one. He was linked in the transfer window in the summer. Not stupidly heavily, but quite heavily, because his future at Manchester United was in question over the summer months. So I could potentially go for Anthony Martial as well. And his contract is running out in the next 12 months, so we might be able to pick him up a little bit cheaper. So I'm genuinely considering signing Anthony Martial as well. We'll have to wait and see how things develop. But I think Zaha is my go-to option right now for the backup striker. So I will try and get this deal done initially. And then we'll wait for some scout reports on a couple of other players before pushing further forward. But I will try. This is basically initially for backup striker. This is backup striker, not for a winger. So I'll offer 25 and just see what they say. And they want 32.4. That's not that high So we will try and negotiate it yet further if we can. I'll offer them 27.5 and kind of meet them in the middle. See what they say to that. They're adamant they want 32.4 again, which is fine. I shall still continue to bargain though, because if we are to bring in the number of players we want and the quality of player we want, we're going to need to try and penny pinch a little bit. And I do have a reputation with you guys for penny pinching as much as I possibly can. 30 million maybe? 30. Okay, good. Well, we're able to get them down from 32.4. And Zaha's wages weren't that expensive. He's on 69 million at the minute, which is great. 69 million. 69,000. Can you imagine 69 million a week? He wants important. I still accept important. He will play a pretty important role for us. He might not get initially as much football as he's hoping. No release clause is fine by me. And then wage-wise, I mean 73k, I'm quite happy with that, but I shall try and get him to sign a little bit less if I can. Will you accept what you're currently on? 69,000 plus the additional 72. I'm quite happy just to accept that. Right, Wilfried Zaha is our first new signing here at Tottenham Hotspur. Now I'm going to wait for a little bit and gauge your reaction to the players on that shortlist. But I'm going to throw Wilf straight onto the bench. And we are trying to sell on a number of other players as well. So whilst that was a sizable transfer and will have taken a big chunk of our budget, we are looking to sell on a number of other players that will drastically improve said budget. Might have a look at the transfer list. We've got Vorm, not that much value or wage-wise, but although wage-wise it's not far off Zaha. Llorente, not much valuation but high wages. Sissoko, not much valuation but sizable wages. Gazaniga's minimal. And Vincent Janssen is the highest valuation of anyone and the third highest wages. So if I can get everyone there off the books, then we should be able to bring in one marquee signing and hope that the goalkeeper situation is sorted by the scouting. Let's play in... Well, I might as well play in the top that we're wearing, to be fair. Right, I'm going to go and rotate the side slightly. Let's take Dembele out and put Victor Wanyama in. And I was contemplating... Someone mentioned maybe playing a 4-5-1 with Tottenham, so I could get Dele Alli and Eriksen in a forward role and then have Moussa Dembele as the sole holding, which is something I would consider. I might try that for the second game of today's episode, but for this one, I'm going to stick with a 4-2-3-1 and we'll see how things go. I might put Harry Winks on the bench as well, actually. So we shall do that there and then take Lucas out for Georgiou. Right. Let's push forward then. Let's go and play this game against Sagan Tosu. Try and get ourselves a second victory. We did struggle on Ultimate yesterday. Let's see if that carries over into today. Drop the video a like if you enjoy. Subscribe to the channel too, please, to make sure you don't miss out on further content. And let's jump in. Ario pick up this loose ball. Nice first touch. There's Dele Alli. I see the run actually being made by Victor Wanyama of all people. Wanyama's effort off the inside the post. Foul and I believe penalty given. Takashi takes down Victor Wanyama as he's striking the ball. We'll have a look at the replay. It doesn't look like there's a card coming. But Victor Wanyama caught there as he was striking the ball. And is that inside the box? This is questionable. On the line is technically in the box. But contact is made there, which is outside the area. I don't believe that should be a penalty. I've gotten away with one there. Now, can Harry Kane tuck this away? I will turn the arrow off. Now, I've had a terrible run with penalties on FIFA 18 and so far on 19, but we've tucked that one away nicely. Harry Kane's first goal for me in the Tottenham career mode. And it's a very nicely tucked away penalty into the bottom right-hand corner. Beautifully done. We lead early doors. And over here, and we're in a bit of trouble. Davinson Sanchez. Oh, thankfully that ball played was poor. Hugo Lloris will spring away, and that should be as I punt this out. Half time, and indeed it is. 1-0 up at the break. Again, though, a very tough game against lowly opposition. I think this ultimate difficulty series is going to be a real challenge when we get to the Premier League. We'll push forward into the second half and hope to extend our lead, but I haven't felt too threatening. Nice tackle by Dele Alli, but the ball is pinballed across here to an opposition player, and they're playing it about well, and I'm really worried here. The strike is well saved by Lloris. We'll drop to... Wow. How on earth have we survived there? I really don't know. It's still 1-0 to Tottenham, but don't ask me how they haven't scored there, because I could not tell you. This is nicely played. Dele Alli out wide to Lamela. And cut back on the left and then whip it in. And at the back post, it's Christian Eriksen, I believe, but not able to get on the end of it. 10 minutes to go. Still waiting for those changes to take effect. The ball hasn't gone out of play since we set those substitutions. That might be a foul. Nothing given. The ball's going to drop free and Davies will play it through looking for Heung-min Son. And I'll get that into the middle here to Christian Eriksen and through to Victor Wanyama. Oh, who can't shoot to save his life? There's the final whistle. Another slim victory. We had to rely on a penalty to give us the win this time around, but I'm pleased that it was a clean sheet. I kept the ball better in that game, but I wasn't anywhere near as effective in front of goal as I should have been. Didn't create anywhere near as many chances. Al Nassr have lost their second game as well, so myself and Cerezo Osaka, or Cerezo, I don't know how to pronounce that to be honest. Osaka, basically, are going to be top of the group. There we go, top and second, and it's Osaka that we play next. Luke Shaw has gone to AC Milan. Interesting. Victor Wanyama wants to play in the next game. I mean, you just played in that one, so I'm probably going to rotate you out. Let's try that 4-5-1 formation for this game. See if we have a little bit more creativity. Eriksen out to Lucas Moura. Eriksen's there again. And inside to Harry Kane. That is the Harry Kane that we know and love. What a finish. He's not very fast at all, Harry Kane, but if his finishing is going to be that deadly, I'm not going to need to be playing him in behind. I can just play him in like that. Oh, the shot. That is a very Harry Kane-esque finish. He's absolutely thumped that into the back of the net. What is his actual finishing stat, out of curiosity? That's the 4-5-1 I'm playing, by the way. The 4-5-1 attack with Dele Alli and Christian Eriksen pushed forward in cam rolls. His finishing is 94. Shot power is 88. And you could see why there. That was a stunning finish. Off to a great start here against Osaka. Trips in there to Eriksen. Dembele's short. Got Dembele set to stay back whilst attacking, but evidently he's just going to ignore that. If Dembele pushes too far forward, it will leave me exposed on the counter-attack. That's great football. And Dele Alli, poor finish. I already feel more threatening offensively with this formation. It's just whether I'm going to be solid enough defensively to deal with attacks. It's Heung-min Son, actually, that's back defensively here and will be the man to get the ball away. If people put the effort in, then this could be a very successful formation for us. Dele Alli, Heung-min Son now turns from defence to attack and he's busting a gut to get in behind. I think if I am to use this formation, I will be relying quite heavily on substitutes to try and freshen up dead legs. Moussa Dembele with the effort off the inside the post, desperately unlucky not to make it 3-0. There's been more chances on goal and better chances on goal for us in the opening 15 to 20 minutes of this game than there were in the previous two combined. Dele with a header on target but saved. Son. Lucas. Here's Eriksen. I'm just going to stand it up into the middle where Kane, for the second time in this pre-season, lashes over on the volley with his left foot. In the first game yesterday he did that and he's done it again. If he goes with his head there and just stoops a little bit, that's a simple second. Oh, I feel so good in front of goal in this game though. When that header please trips, he hasn't. Dembele steps in though, that's nicely done. A couple of calls to sell Moussa Dembele and get a better holding midfielder, but I think Moussa Dembele is a superb player and will be crucial to our success this year in the centre of midfield. It's going to be a corner here, Trippier will take it. So really put Eriksen, I guess, on set pieces like that, but Trips has a very good delivery, so we shall continue to use him for the time being. Play that back to Dembele. Speaking of Christian Eriksen, here he is, and he spun well. Eriksen on his left foot. He does have 5-star weak foot, but I really wish he'd taken that with his right. Corner for Osaka. Souza to take it. It's whipped in. It's not the best. Oh, Ben Davies is on the line to clear it away. Not once, but twice. Oh, my Lord. That was ridiculous. Right, corner to come in again from the far side. Osaka really putting the pressure on to get themselves level in this one. We do only... Well, I think actually we're already through. We do only need to avoid defeat to guarantee top spot in the group. But the other 4 teams in Group B are more than good enough to give us a challenge regardless of who finishes where. I'm going to take Lucas off and I'm going to bring Danny Rose on. I'm actually going to play Danny Rose slightly further forward on the left-hand side. See how he gets on there. I'm going to bring Eric Dyer on for Moussa Dembele as well. Try and firm up in that middle. Still looking for the second goal. I might be creating more in this game, but I'm still not being clinical enough. Shooting is more difficult in the gameplay engine this year, and I'm really finding that, but that's a good thing. I like that there's going to be more of a skill gap this year on FIFA. It's just doesn't feel anywhere near like the same game as FIFA 18. Feels completely different, and that's superb. Really freshen things up for career mode. Hopefully once you guys get your hands on the game as well, whether you've got EA access on Xbox and haven't had a chance to play it yet, or whether you're waiting for PS4 on the 25th. Oh, but I can't find anyone there with Wilfried Zaha. He might get to that, you know, because he's fast enough too, and he has done. That's superb from Wilfried Zaha. And Trippier has bounced in there, and Eriksen will use his strength to keep hold of possession. Dele Alli's not got the stamina to get away. We'll squeeze that through there. That's rather lucky. Kane. Ali first time. Look at Trippier go. He's just not going to stop, is he? So we'll play him in. Give him Trippier. Oh, I love that step over animation this year. It's so clean. It looks so good. Pull this back looking for Danny Rose. Oh! Danny Rose! With a flying scorpion kick. Can you believe it? Of all players. That was outrageous. That's the first time I think anyone's ever done that for me. In any FIFA ever. Zaha's going to pick him out here. And Danny Rose... That is unreal. Oh, I wish. That was destined for the top corner as well. That would have been the best goal I'd ever scored on FIFA, hands down. I'm so gutted that didn't go in. We might yet have another opportunity on goal in this move, though. Eric Dyer into Christian Eriksen. Kane is there. We'll go out wide to Trippier. Then look for Zaha, who can maybe find someone in the middle again. Will Zaha having a very good impact out wide at the minute. Maybe that's where I should be utilising him. Eric Dyer's touch was heavy, and he smacked that over the bar. Trippier inside there to Eric Dyer. Tried to squeeze it through the gap and it didn't work. Oh, and I'm glad he's blown the whistle there because he was through. It's another 1-0 win, but I felt so much more creative. You would have seen from the highlights alone how much more creative we were in that game. 14 shots, 9 on target. That says everything. I think we're going to stick with that 4-5-1 formation. I am going to have to make sure that I utilise substitutes effectively throughout the season because players were tired, very tired, during that game and towards the end. So I will switch to the 4-5-1 attack, but we're going to have to, like I said, we're going to have to make sure we manage people accordingly, and we'll just swap sides there, and I want Eriksen and Ali to switch over there. Yeah, I'm going to have to make sure that I utilise substitutes accordingly, but that was a very effective formation for me. I was very pleased with that. Tournament prize money of 2.6 million. Wanyama's disappointed not to start or play. Sorry, bro. Actually, one thing I do want to do is adjust the instructions and make sure that Moussa Dembele is set to stay back whilst attacking. Right, so we've signed Wilfried Zaha. We haven't yet sold anyone else. And I have a feeling I might need to sell someone else before I can go out and adequately sign a big name, whether that be Gareth Bale or Anthony Martial. Kind of keen on Anthony Martial at the minute, to be completely honest. Wilf Zaha actually played very well out wide, so maybe I should go for a backup striker and use Wilf Zaha as my wide player. Or maybe I go for Memphis Depay and have two players who can play out wide or up top. Well, then Martial can play up top too. Let me know in the comment section, what do I do? What do I do? Still waiting for my first scout report to come back with regards the goalkeeping role as well. Scout report on... transfer for Fernando Llorente. 4.2. Can I negotiate that a little bit higher from Galatasaray? I'd like 5 if I can get it. It's only a minimal increase, but that minimal increase might be enough to just sway another deal. You're going to offer 4.2 again. Would you like to... Oh, wrong way, Tez. Would you accept 5? I'll go as low as 4.8, I think. 4.6. Okay, they're on their way. We'll counter 4.8 and they should accept that, hopefully. Good man. Right, hopefully that's Fernando Llorente on the way out the door. That would free up some extra funds. We did want to see what the Jack Grealish looked like. Not good enough for me. I'm not going to be signing Jack Grealish. Sorry, boys. David Neres is a youngster. I kind of want to concentrate on the young kids I have at the club already, to be honest. I know we've brought in Zaha as well. I will start training soon as well, once we know what the overall squad is going to look like. Although, I guess in the meantime... Oh, a transfer for Ben Davies. 23 million as well. I'd be willing to sell Ben Davies to bring someone else in. Obviously, we saw that they've sold Luke Shaw to AC Milan. It would take a big offer because obviously I'd have to replace him with someone of quality. Okay, he's valued at 16 million and I've got Man United to accept 35. I mean, that's superb. For an 81 rated player, £35 million. It's not very much. I am going to now need a left back as well, though. Let's throw Danny Rose in. To start at left back. Not Eric Lamela. Ooh. Okay, that really changes things. Now we have got a lot to think about. Drop the video a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe to the channel too to make sure you don't miss out on any more content here on the channel. There will be a Journey episode tomorrow. There was one earlier on today, and this series will continue to be daily as well, so keep your eyes peeled for episode 3 of this series tomorrow afternoon. But for now, thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time.